All right, let's get into something that's been weighing on the minds of millions. Students, parents, recent grads, and even those thinking about going back to school. Is college really worth the debt? It's a question that's become more complicated over the years. Tuition has skyrocketed. Student loan debt in the U.S. is now over $1.7 trillion, and yet we still hear the same message. Go to college, get your degree, secure your future. But what if that script isn't true anymore? Let me tell you about Jason. He graduated from a state university with a degree in communications, $60,000 in student loans, and a starting salary of $38,000. That means nearly half his paycheck goes toward paying off debt before he even covers rent or groceries. Sound familiar? For a lot of people, this is their reality. But wait, before we throw in the towel on higher education entirely, let's dig deeper. Because here's the thing, the answer isn't black and white. Whether college is worth it depends on a whole bunch of factors, like what you study, where you go, how much you borrow, and what kind of job you land afterward. Let's start with the basics. On average, college graduates earn significantly more than high school graduates. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, someone with a bachelor's degree earns about $1,400 a week, compared to around $850 for someone with only a high school diploma. Over a lifetime, that's roughly $1 million difference. So financially, the potential payoff is there. But, and this is a big but, not everyone ends up on that high-earning path, and not every degree pays off equally. Take engineering majors. Graduates in electrical, mechanical, and computer engineering tend to make well over $100,000 early in their careers. Meanwhile, someone with a degree in social work or liberal arts might be lucky to crack $40,000 right out of school. The field you choose matters a lot. And then there's the cost factor. A public university can run you anywhere from $20,000 to $40,000 per year, depending on where you live. Private schools, easily $60,000 to $80,000 annually. Add in housing, food, books, and fees, and suddenly that investment looks like a full-blown financial gamble. Now, here's where things get even trickier. Many students don't realize how bad student debt can hurt them later. Unlike credit card debt or car loans, student loans are almost impossible to discharge, even in bankruptcy. That means you could be paying for your education long after graduation, sometimes into your 40s or 50s. Meet Emily. She got her master's in fine arts, racked up $120,000 in debt, and landed a teaching job at a community college making $42,000 a year. Her monthly loan payments are over $1,000, more than her rent. She's not even able to save for retirement or consider buying a home. Her dream career? It's costing her more than she ever imagined. But again, not all degrees are created equal. Some fields practically guarantee you'll make enough to pay off the loans. Computer science, nursing, accounting, finance, you name it. Those programs have strong return on investment ROI stats. Others? Not so much. And here's another angle, timing. If you graduate during a recession, your job prospects might be limited. During the Great Recession, millions of new grads struggled to find jobs that matched their qualifications. Many ended up underemployed or working part-time gigs just to survive. That's not exactly the ROI colleges promise. So, does that mean college is a losing bet? Not necessarily. What it does mean is that we need to rethink how we approach higher education. Let's talk strategy. First, know your numbers. Before signing on the dotted line, calculate how much you'll owe after graduation and compare that to the average salary for your major. There are free tools online like College Scorecard by the U.S. Department of Education that show real data on earnings and debt repayment rates by school and program. Second, explore alternatives. Trade schools, coding boot camps, apprenticeships. These paths can lead to high-paying jobs without the 4-year grind. Electricians, plumbers, and IT professionals often earn 6 figures and skip the massive debt altogether. And let's not forget about entrepreneurship. Some of the most successful people in the world, like Mark Zuckerberg, Steve Jobs, and Sarah Blakely, never finished college. Third, if you do decide to go, look for ways to cut costs. Start at a community college, transfer to a state school, apply for scholarships, and work part-time. Every dollar saved is a dollar you won't owe later. Fourth, avoid unnecessary debt. Only borrow what you absolutely need. Don't max out student loans to live in luxury dorms or eat out every night. Keep expenses low while in school so you can build wealth faster once you're out. Fifth, consider in-state schools. Out-of-state tuition can double or triple your costs. If you're set on a specific major, see if your state offers a strong program before jumping into a pricier option. And finally, think about internships and networking while you're in school. Your connections and hands-on experience matter just as much as your degree when it comes to landing a good job. Now, let's flip the script for a second. What about people who do graduate with manageable debt and land high-paying jobs? They're living proof that college can still be a smart investment. Take Malik, an aerospace engineer who graduated from Georgia Tech with $25,000 in loans. Within 2 years, he was making $90,000 and already halfway through paying off his debt. His degree opened doors he never would have had otherwise, so in his case, absolutely worth it. The key takeaway here is that college isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. It can be a powerful tool, but only if you use it wisely. Let's also talk about the non-financial benefits of college. Yes, it's expensive, but for some people, it's also a place of personal growth, discovery, and opportunity. You meet lifelong friends, mentors, and gain experiences that shape who you become. That's hard to quantify in dollars and cents. Still, when you're staring down tens of thousands in debt, it's important to ask, am I getting value for my money? And speaking of value, let's talk about elite schools. Ivy League universities promise prestige, top-tier networks, and life-changing opportunities. But are they actually worth the price tag? Surprisingly, studies show that for many students, the salary boost from attending a top-tier school isn't always significant compared to a solid state school. Unless you're going into law, medicine, or finance, where brand names matter, a Harvard grad doesn't always end up earning twice as much as someone from a public university. So, unless you're getting a scholarship or coming from serious family money, it might not be worth taking on extra debt just for the name on your diploma. Here's the bottom line. College can be a great investment. If you plan carefully, choose the right major, minimize debt, and land a job that supports your financial goals. But if you go blindly, take on too much debt, or pick a major with poor job prospects, it can turn into a financial burden that follows you for decades. So what should you do? Ask questions. Do your research. Know your options. Talk to people in the field. Understand the earning potential of your degree before committing, and remember, there's no shame in choosing a different path if it makes more sense for your situation, because ultimately, the goal isn't just to get a degree. The goal is to build a life you love, one that's financially stable, fulfilling, and full of opportunity. And that can come from many places, not just a lecture hall.